So remember, Steve Jobs said that they don't allow it in their household, right?
Mhm.
Um, Now, most of the time, because of the disparities financially and in other ways with the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American community, our children, we try to buy certain things for them, thinking that them having those things is going to help them to stay ahead of the curve, right?
Mhm.
But let's see what social media, what the influence is, racial differences in the effects of peers on media on adolescent alcohol cognitions and consumption, because they're showing that with social media and the addictions that come with it, that a certain group of kids is more susceptible, a certain set of kids is dealing with something different, and it's surprising the info. Racial differences in the effects of peer and media influence on adolescents' alcohol cognitions and consumptions were examined in a large scale panel study. With regard to peer influence, results from cross lag panel analysis indicated that the relation between perceived peer drinking and own drinking was significant for both black and white adolescents, but it was stronger for the white adolescents. So when it comes to these things that they're pushing, we, even though we see them with iPads and things, their children, they actually are doing a better job at keeping their kids from it, because the influences that come from it ends up affecting their kids more, even though our kids are poorer.
Damn.
Go down to the bottom
Damn.
of this paragraph. The results suggest media influence works on a similar manner to social influence, and that whites may be more susceptible to both types of influence. So they guard their children harder than we do, but we chase these devices and social media harder because we think that it puts our kids ahead. In turn, our kids end up dealing with the social struggles that they're dealing with.
Yep. And do some of the dumbest SH behind it.
Right. Terribly.
For the likes.
Right.
For the likes, for the thumbs up and all of the other
Right.
all of the other stuff.
Well, I mean, looking at this now, this is dealing with alcohol and so forth, right? But we know that there has been a spike in drug use. There's been a spike in, and we're talking simple, the gateway drugs like weed, pill use, so forth.
Mhm.
Where are those influences for weed and pills and coke and alcohol coming from?
Mm.
It's coming from social media. And they're
Exactly.
gearing it on social media towards our children. So whites are actually understanding that kids having devices and social media, that they have to deal with their kids differently than ours, so that our kids are, these roadblocks are built for us.
Oh yeah.
That's what these articles are saying, without going too deep into it.
Yeah, because it says African American black adolescents start using substances later on average than do European white adolescents, and they use them less frequently.
Mm-hmm.
This is true in spite of the fact that black adolescents are more likely to be raised in environments that provide opportunities to use substance availability as well as a reason. Excuse me, as well as a reason. Black people are stressed out as hell. There's more of an opportunity in their
Right.
environment to be substance abusers, but they don't do it at a young age,
Right.
like young white
Like
kids
they
do.
do. Right. So with them, with the parents constantly rushing out to buy the devices, because again, I'm going back to Steve Jobs.
Mhm.
We don't allow our kids. So since we're rushing out, we're the biggest consumers of everything.
Yeah,
We're rushing out to buy these things, thinking that it's gonna get our kids ahead, when in reality, it's not. The things that are being pushed as a destructive tool towards teens is there for us, with them knowing that social media and these devices are going to be bought by us more.
So you got the money side of it, because these businesses are making big money, big dollars.
Oh yeah.
I'm just off the social media, but then you have on the flip side, because black people a lot of times have no sense of morality.
Right.
We'll go off and do some crazy SH
Right.
that you probably would not have done, or would not have had the unmitigated gall to do if it was not for the influence of having 1,000, 2,000, 15,000,
Right.
150,000 eyes
Right.
doing it.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
You know, so
Yes. Because we look at it, right? Again, going back from last week, there is a difference even in the discussions of responsibility, right? We're not discussing, or I haven't seen as much. I don't know if y'all have, but I haven't seen many discussions from our side about the responsible uses of social media.
No, I haven't.
Meanwhile, we see what was his name? Cal
Newport.
Newport.
Mm-hmm.
He's writing books. He's putting out videos. You know, they're teaching this stuff in corporate America. So
Right.
what are they going home and imparting on their children? Hey, look, you need to limit your time, Bobby.
Right.
You know, you've got to turn away from that thing,
Yep.
Bobby. We've got
I'm gonna be looking at your screen time. I'm gonna make sure you stick to the
Right.
1 hour and da-da-da.
Right.
You know, and then meanwhile, we just let loose and let free 12, 13 hours later. Like I said, you're going to sleep in the screen.
Right. Letting it ride.
I think it was you said last week. You got the kid got the iPad up here, and all of a sudden they got a knot on their
Knot on
forehead
their
by the
head.
time
Yeah.
they wake up in the
Fell
morning.
asleep.
You're
Yeah.
like, what the hell happened to you?
Right. Right.
Yep. It doesn't happen.
All right, so let's go out of that. Let's go back up below the Steve Jobs. And we're going to get into some of the psychology.
Yeah, because they said they program you down to psychological levels and down to your brain stem.
Right. So actually, go to the bottom. I just dropped something in there because, hey, on in the scripts, we prove all things, right?
Yep.
We
Right
prove
on.
all things. Click. Now I don't want the chart. Let's actually click on the article. Let's actually click on the article, and let me show y'all what this is saying. So, racial and ethnic differences in how people use mobile technology. This is from 2015, right?
Mm-hmm.
For many years, researchers have studied the digital divide by examining the gap between those who have access to digital technology and those who don't. But as these gaps have narrowed over time, another set of contrasts has emerged when it comes to the ways different demographic groups use technology. Although whites, blacks, and Hispanics have similar rates of smartphone ownership, minorities tend to rely more heavily on their phone for internet access, according to Pew Research Center's report on smartphone adoption. Why? Because most of our people can't afford cable and internet
high
service.
speed
home.
internet.
Right. Yep.
So you rely on your phone, and then
Right.
what do? Your car is raggedy, but you got a $1,500 phone.
You
in
got
your-
yep. You got iPhone 15. Like that. That
Right.
even came out.
Right.
Where you get that?
Yeah,
from?
where, you went to China for that?
Right.
Right. Some
Yeah.
13% of Hispanics and 12% of blacks are smartphone dependent, meaning they don't have broadband connection at home and have few options for going online other than their cell phone. So who do you think that they are making all of those like buttons and pop-ups? You know, this
All the
person
different
just
advertisements and the notifications.
right.
This person just viewed your video.
Yes.
This person liked your video. Do you want to be friends with them?
Right. It's driven towards us because they know we have the devices in our hands more.
So we always been the product, and to this day,
That's
Oh,
we
hell
still
yeah.
the product.
that's right.
And you know, I'm thinking about that too. Go to what is it, Mark 7, where it says the heart of men proceed evil thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because you know, I just mentioned about you know, this person just liked your video. Do you want to be friends with them?
Right.
Yes, I want to be friends with them.
Right.
And then it's the profile picture is friggin' damn near Holly Berry or something like that.
Right.
You got the let's just read it first,
Yeah,
and then I'm
yeah.
gonna explain.
All right. The book of Mark, chapter 7 and verse 21. For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murders, thefts, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, an evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness. All these things come from within and defile the man.
And guess what? Social media, because social media and all these scientists and these doctors of psychology and all that, and when we're gonna get ready to read in a minute, they got whole schools for that.
Right.
They understand the thought process of the black man, the black
Right.
and Hispanic man and woman.
Right.
They understand, they like sex.
Right.
They hate each other.
Right.
So they'll kill
Right.
each other over nothing and less than nothing.
Right.
Mhm.
Let's recommend that video.
Exactly.
Mm.
Recommend the twerk video.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
And then brothers get caught up every time. Damn near
Right.
every time.
Right.
Damn near every time because they understand the psychology.
Yes.
They
Mhm.
see what you searching on your phone.
Right.
They see what you done liked. You done like Big Butt Betty.
Right.
Mhm.
So now that's guess what all your news feed comes up with the recommendations for.
Big Butt
Big
Betty.
Butt Betty. Big Butt Brenda.
That's right.
Kush. You had a scripture?
Yes, sir. The book of Judith, chapter 5 and verse 17. And whilst they sinned not before their God, they prospered, because the God that hateth iniquity was with them. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs. Verse 19. But now they are returned to their God. Hold on. I'm just jump to verse 20.
Jump to verse 20.
Yeah. Now, therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them. So exactly what you're saying. If they know that we like Big Buck Betty's, big booty Betty,
Big booty, big butt
yeah, that was
Betty.
a tongue
What-
twister. There.
Yeah.
Big booty Betty, then they know that they're gonna throw a notification.
Mhm.
They're gonna allow some fake profiles to
Mhm.
send you friend requests, with all types of stuff on them. And the next thing you know, you caught up in all types of fornication and manner
Yep.
of sin.
Yep.
Mhm.
Because eventually that lust is gonna grow strong enough because you've seen so many profile pictures. Oh, what's the sound? That's all you hear at the
Right.
crib. Your neighbor's knocking on the door.
Right,
You
right.
okay?
Yeah,
They don't go on in there.
Right.
You in there choking somebody?
Right. Right.
Too much of that.
So then that's
Right.
what you get for have a, and I guarantee you every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm good.
Right.
And then you
Right.
pick the phone back up. Another 30 minutes will pass by.
Yep.
I got to use the bathroom.
Mhm.
Then you
Right.
back on the phone,
Yep.
and all of a sudden, oh shit,
Yep.
dang, I didn't mean to. Oh God,
Right.
now you
right.
praying to the Lord. Lord, forgive
Yeah,
me,
right,
Jesus.
right.
You know?
Right.
Wow.
All right, so let's go back to where we were, Edward Bernays, because this is the info we need to know. Edward Louis Bernays, German, November 22nd, 1891, March 9th, 1995, was an Austrian-American pioneer in the field of public relations and propaganda.
Mm. Okay.
Referred to in his obituary as the father of public relations.
The father of public relations, the father of mass programming,
Right.
the father of mass manipulation.
Yes.
That's what he was the father of.
Bernays was named one of the 100 most influential Americans of the 20th century by Life. He was the subject of a full-length biography by Larry Tye called The Father of Spin, and later an award-winning 2002 documentary for the BBC by Adam Curtis called The Century of the Self.
You see, I said it says he was the subject of a full-length biography by Larry Tye
Mhm.
called The Father of Spin. Find me the scripture, Psalms. Y'all know what I want. They come out speaking lies.
Psalms 80.
They come
Oh,
out
no.
speaking lies. He didn't at 1917, he didn't just come out in 1917 and say, okay, I'm gonna learn how to spin it. He
Right.
was born that way.
You got that one, officer?
He was born that way. Y'all get me
Yeah.
Psalms chapter, give me Psalms chapter 58, verse 3.
58 verse. That's it. Yeah.
Psalms chapter 58, verse 3.
The book of Psalms, chapter 58 and verse 3.
Start again.
Verse 1. Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yea, in heart ye work wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. The wicked are estranged from the womb.
Uh-huh.
They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
They go astray as soon as they be born speaking lies. So guess what? 30, 40 years old from birth up until 30, 40, 50, 60 years old. That's what's in you
That's right.
each and every day. That's why you can get the title of the father of spin, the father of lies, the father of propaganda, the
Right.
father of mass programming.
Mhm.
These devils know what they doing, man.
That's right.
They know what they doing. Facebook, Instagram, all of these were started by Edomites. These are started by lying devils.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, the Most High is going to get the glory either way, because like I said on the last show, and I'm going to pull the scripture in a minute,
Mhm.
that this truth has been pushed throughout the ends of the earth through these social media platforms. And especially now that a lot of people have either been off work or they working from home. They on their phones, have been on their phones a lot more over the last couple of months than
Right.
they ever
Right.
have in their lifetime.
Right.
Mhm.
It says, actually, the study showed since 2013, social media use has gone up 18%.
I believe it.
Yeah, we have it in our hands 18% more than when it first came out, which 18% is huge.
Yeah, that's it.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah. When you're looking at numbers, I got one. Second Maccabees, chapter 7 and verse 27, because we have to endure this. We have to endure this. But she, bowing herself toward him, laughing the cruel tyrant to scorn, spake in her country language on this manner: O my son, have pity upon me that bare thee 9 months in my womb, and gave thee suck 3 years, and nourished thee, and brought thee up unto this age, and endured the troubles of education. So we have to teach our children to endure the troubles and the pitfalls of social media. We have to have a care for our sons and for our daughters in guiding them to, last week you said it, officer, responsible usage
Responsible usage.
of our devices.
Right, right.
Yes, sir.
Mature, be mature with it.
Yeah, Officer Jonathan shot that one to me, man. That's a cold precept.
I want to say something about this guy, Edward Bernays. Michael Jordan should pay this guy homage, because he was the one that came up with that influential marketing. So when you see that commercial, if I could be like Mike,
Right.
that's that influential marketing. He the one that took the famous people to say, put famous people that people like, and give your product to them. Because one person can sell to 1 million.
Yes.
That was his idea. Now you see how people clowning over Jordans. Right. That's him that did that.
Yes.
That's why you got different athletes and different actors and actresses on commercials now, because of this guy right here.
Right.
Influential marketing. He came up with that.
Right.
Start, I'll share that.
His best-known campaigns include a 1929 effort to promote female smoking by branding cigarettes as feminist torches of freedom.
Torches of freedom. So he sold poison under the guise of freedom. You want to be free? Smoke this cigarette.
Sheesh.
You got to be Satan to be able to sell poison and death. Only the devil is able to sell poison and death.
In the name of capitalism.
In the name of capitalism. Because that was just big business. It's money.
Right. Genesis chapter 3, right? It said, and the serpent was the most subtle of all the beasts of the field.
Bring it out.
Yep.
This dude sold feminism, said you are a feminist if you smoke this cigarette.
Damn. Nothing new under the sun. Nothing new under the sun.
And his work for the United Fruit Company in the 1950s connected with the CIA orchestrated overthrow of the democratically elected Guatemalan government in 1954. He throwing governments over with fruit.
Damn.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road. Purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.